What's going on, man? What's going on? You in the low key cave. We're just waiting to see if we're gonna get a couple people in, then we're gonna get started. This is a new episode of I Ain't Seen Ishhh, episode 2. Like I said, this is on movies and TV shows. Y'all come through and check me out Friday for a new episode of Uncut Ishhh Talk, where we talking about life situations. We're just talking about music. Like I said, we got the Dipset versus Locks coming up. I'm gonna be live on August 3rd with that. Come check me out. You in the low key cave. Like I said today though, like I said, every Monday, 7 o'clock, I Ain't Seen Ishhh, movies and TV. Every Friday at 7 o'clock, Uncut Ishhh Talk. 7 o'clock, come through and check us out, man. I'm gonna have a couple people on Uncut Ishhh Talk every Friday. Some new people will reach out. Like I said, it's all love, man. Anybody can come through, even when we doing movies. I don't know how many people like watching movies and TV. Come through and join me on Zoom, or it's whatever, man. Like I said, preferably probably Zoom, because I don't know what people be doing. I don't know how busy people be, so Zoom more than likely. Come through and join me. We can get into some movies that's coming out, TV shows, or TV shows that's recently playing, like Kane. I'm watching Raising Kanan right now. The Shy. What else I'm watching? As far as TV shows, there's a couple I'm watching, but we can get into some discussions or whatnot about them. The recently Loki or whatnot that just came out. But let me know what's up, man. But we about to get started. So letting everybody know we live right now. I Ain't Seen This, episode 2. Alright, man, let's get into it. Alright, we got a couple things we're going to be getting into today. And the first thing I'm definitely about to jump into is this Michael B. Jordan story that came out a couple days ago, probably like 2 days ago, over the weekend. I think, was it Friday or was it Saturday? I'm not sure, but he's going to be doing a Black Superman limited series for HBO Max. And before I even get into this story, early on we got a story that J.J. Abrams is going to be producing a full-on movie for Warner Brothers, a Black Superman movie, which I'm guessing they were going to have Clark Kent being a black character playing Clark Kent and whatnot. And as you know, everybody would say, like, these are fictional characters. They don't have no skin tones or whatnot. These are fictional characters. So, my personal opinion, I don't care if they make Clark Kent black or whatnot, but I understand what some people are saying as far as we have black superheroes that's already in comic books, so let's go ahead and talk about those superheroes. It just so happened that we already have a black Superman that's in the DC comic books. So let's go ahead and jump into this story with what Michael B. Jordan is going to be have going on, because there was also, before I get into this, I got to jump into this too. There was an earlier story, maybe this was last year, where you was hearing news that Michael B. Jordan was supposed to be coming on playing the Black Superman by a movie that's supposed to be directed or produced by J.J. Abrams. So let's go ahead and see what we got going on, man. Right now the story says Michael B. Jordan is now in the DC business. The actor and his production company Outlander Society are developing a HBO Max limited series focusing on Val Zod, a black Kryptonian that holds the mantle of Superman per Collider. According to reports, Outlander Society has already tapped a writer to pen the script for the series. Jordan is attached to produce and could potentially star, though the actor has not committed to the role. Okay. Val Zod was the second character to take up the mantle of Superman in DC's New 52 era. After his parents were executed by the Kryptonian court, Val was sent to Earth 2, an alternate universe version of DC's Prime Earth. Okay. Jordan and Outlander Society limited series is not the same as the Superman film reboot in the works from writer Ta-Nehisi Coates and producer J.J. Abrams. The Bad Robot Project has announced its intention to cast a black actor as Clark Kent Kal-El in April. Jordan downplayed rumors that he was being courted for the role. Warner Brothers has reportedly considered Jordan for the role of Superman in the past, like I talked about earlier, exploring options for the actor to take the mantle in 2018. Additionally, Jordan reportedly pitched a Superman project to Warner Brothers in early 2019, and most likely this is the project he pitched to them. Because I was hearing things that Michael B. Jordan just didn't want to play a black Clark Kent. He wanted to play an already black superhero that was already in DC, which is a real black Superman that's already in the DC, like we just now read. Let me see if they got anything else they talking about. On the horizon, Jordan is preparing to mount his directorial debut with Creed 3. He's also to star in the Denzel Washington directed war drama, A Journey for Jordan, set to release later this year, which I didn't know nothing about that. Additionally, Jordan will produce a Static Shock film adaptation for HBO Max. So yeah, he's already doing some things with DC and whatnot. So yeah, this is what we got going on, man. To be honest, I'm really excited about this. Like I said, I honestly don't have no problem with them having a black actor play Clark Kent in the Black Superman. To me, it doesn't change anything as far as what they're going to be doing, because like I said, these are fictional characters. None of these characters are supposed to be black, white, blase, blase. I mean, that's what you've got in these comics as far as the drawings, as far as like these adaptations or whatnot. But who's playing these characters, I don't think it matters. Just like what they doing with Supergirl. And as far as them, I love what they doing. I don't have no problem with what they doing. But what Michael B. Jordan is doing, I love what he's doing. And his idea, he's like, okay, there's already a black Superman in the DC comics. I want to play that Superman that's already in there. What y'all doing is cool, and it's not even sure that he's going to be playing this. He might just be producing and writing or whatnot, because I'm thinking he's heavy behind this, and they calling this a limited series. I'm telling you right now, if this gets popular game, if it's really good, this ain't going to be just limited. But as far as the idea and what they got with this, and I haven't even watched the new Superman and Lois, which I heard is good. I have no problem with this if it's good, if they telling a good story. Like I said, we have everything that's going on with Flashpoint, so I'm like, this could make sense if they do it right. I mean, low-key, multiverse, what they doing with that, and how they gonna make everything make sense. So what they doing with this, I have no problem with. And as far as my opinion and what they're doing with it, as far as what Michael B. Jordan's trying to do, I'm actually really, really excited about this. I don't know too much information about Val Zod. Now I'm gonna have to go look on net and see what's going on with that, as far as this real incarnation of a black Superman. But as far as them having a black actor coming in playing Clark Kent, I don't have no problem with that. I'm just trying to see how they're going to do their story. Are we going to do a similar story to Clark Kent's story as far as Martha Kent and Jonathan Kent, or are we going to switch that up? I mean, I'm interested to see what they're trying to do with this, being that Superman was supposed to be such an important candidate character that I didn't even think he would even be on TV. You know what I'm saying? But look at Smallville, and I'm hearing they doing something else with that. They supposed to be bringing that black with Tom Welling and Michael Rosenbein, who played Lex Luthor and Superman in a series that was on CW or UPN or whatever it used to be. But anyway, I don't, like I said, I've been hearing some good things about Superman and Lois. So if they trying to do some good storytelling, we getting good characters, I don't mind them doing this. Especially, this is two separate stories. Val Zod doesn't really have, I don't think, too much to do. Like I said, I don't know too much about it, but as far as the way they saying and reading about this, he doesn't have anything to do with Clark Kent Superman. So I'm interested in hearing about this. Y'all let me know y'all opinions, though. Y'all looking forward to Michael B. Jordan and what he's doing as far as his version of Superman and the versions that Warner Brothers and J.J. Abrams is going to be doing with their Superman? Y'all let me know. So yeah, I'm definitely interested in what they're going to be trying to do. So let's go to our next thing we have going on, as far as I ain't seen this. So maybe y'all ain't seen this, so let's talk about it. This I heard about earlier today, and I was like, yes. I'm cool with them doing this, because if we're going to get the same people who rebooted Halloween, which is basically what I'm hearing with this, I'm all with it. So basically, we're going to be getting a reboot from the Exodus. I'm not sure it's a reboot. They might be actually doing like a sequel like they did with Halloween, or like a straight, hold on. Oh, this is what it looks like, because it says the woman who played reprised her role from the original 1973 classic. So then we might be getting that. They like, okay. To me, before we even get into this story, if you remember when Michael Bay was making all these reboots like Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Well, not Michael Bay necessarily, but his company. What is his company? You know what I'm talking about. When they were doing Texas Chainsaw, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. You know they was doing all these horror reboots. To me, we got a similar formula going on now with David Gordon Green. I'm not sure he's going to bring what's the name in. Is that they ain't the same person, is it? You know the guy who did the comedies, the Pineapple Express, you know he's involved with Halloween and stuff too. But anyway, I'm pretty sure Jason Blum is gonna have something to do with this too, if that's what they're doing. But You know, like Michael Bay was doing all the remakes. To me, this is what David Gordon Green is doing, but he's doing it in a better way. He's doing it in a formula where the movie is actually good. Not to say I'm a fan of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003. I think it came out. That was one of the Michael Bay remakes where his production company remakes. That's one of my favorites. I actually enjoyed Friday the 13th remake, even though it just the difference with that and the older Friday 13th is Jason was running. But this is to me what he's doing with these. He's remaking these horror films, but not necessarily remaking them. He's continuing the story but making them better instead of these other run-on sequels that wasn't as good, like Halloween sequels. Let's go. Let's get into this story, man. In a head-spinning hard news, a new Exorcist movie. Oh my goodness! So they doing a whole trilogy like they did with I told you. A new Exorcist movie trilogy is in the works from Blumhouse, and its Halloween writer-director David Gordon Green. Of course, we already knew Green was in talks to direct the Exorcist sequel. I did not know that, but today's news has revealed the full scope of the endeavor. Let's go. The New York Times broke the news reporting that Ellen Burstyn will reprise her role from the William Friedkin's original 1973 classic, and she'll be joined by Leslie Odom Jr., the Tony-winning Hamilton star who recently earned 2 Oscar nominations for One Night in Miami. Oh, okay. One for his supporting turn as Sam Cooke and another for original song. Jason Blum will produce alongside James Robinson and David Robinson of Morgan Creek, which holds the rights to the Exorcist franchise. Okay. The Times reported that Universal and Peacock have required the trilogy in a mega deal worth more than $400 million, with the first film expected to hit theaters October 13, 2023, pretty much right after he's done with Halloween. A year after Green's final Halloween movie. Meanwhile, the second and third Exorcist films could wind up debuting on Peacock under the terms of the deal. Okay. Rather than remake The Exorcist, Green will continue the terrifying story with Odom playing the father of a possessed child, desperate for help. He tracks down Burstyn's character, whose young daughter was possessed by evil entity known as Pazuzu in the first film. Her character did not appear in the 2 Exorcist sequels or either prequel. Okay. That's the guy. I still haven't even watched that movie yet. One Night in Miami. I gotta check that out still, man. Hey, I might. I gotta get into that maybe. Clyde Barker heading back to. My bad, y'all. I'm getting off subject, but I'm a fan of Hellraiser. I've recently been watching like Hellraiser and Hellraiser 2. Jordan David. So he doing. I didn't even know. Oh, that's probably an older story. I'll get into it another time, but. Yeah, so David Gordon Green, like I said, he's coming in remaking all these horror movies, but he's basically doing continuations instead of rebooting or remaking them. Look what you get with Hellraiser. But anyway, this is what he pretty much is doing with the Exorcist movie, and I didn't even know they was doing a whole trilogy similar to what he's doing, what he did with the Halloween movies, and which I'm excited about. We got that new Halloween coming out in October. Let's get it. So yeah, the original Exorcist movie saw Arthur. Oh, we know all that. Okay. And his first Halloween sequel, Halloween Kills, already in the can and bound for Venice Film Festival. Green is currently putting the finishing touches on Halloween Ends, so he already done with them, which is expected to be Jeremy Lee Curtis' last outing as Laurie Strode. Green will executive produce a new Exorcist trilogy with Danny McBride. So Danny McBride is coming in. That's his name. I forgot. Danny McBride, of course, is the guy that was in the movies with Seth Green. Not Seth Green. Seth Rogen, Pineapple Express. All them funny ass movies. Green was executive produce. McBride, Blumhouse was okay. So we basically getting the same team that is doing the Halloween trilogy, the reboot, well not reboot, remake or whatever you saying, the continuation story. They're doing the new Halloween movies. The same team that's doing them are doing the new Exorcist movie as well as Hellraiser, which I'm gonna get into that. Like I said, I'm a fan of that, but this is pretty much the only one I had ever watched was that first one, and people were saying how scared this was. To me, honestly, I never got why I was so scared at people. Maybe because I'm just a fan of horror movies like that, but I never did. I found probably other movies that scarier than this that I think other people be like, man, that is trash, that ain't scary. But honestly, it never got to me like that. But not to say I watched it like that. I mean, I probably, in my lifetime, probably watched this movie maybe 6 times. And all, because this ain't something I'm watching back and forth like that, but it still was not honestly that scary to me. But to hear that the same team behind the new Halloween trilogy is doing a new trilogy with The Exorcist, David Gordon Green, Danny McBride, and them, Jason Blum. Yo, that's a hell of a team, and I'm excited. So you know what this is, and I'm like, this ain't gonna be. Is this gonna be gory, or is they gonna do straight up terror horror? Because what they did with Halloween, they didn't just make that gory. It's gory, but they still made it terrifying. They made you scared of Michael Myers again. So with what they doing with this, are they going to take a formula of James Wan with what he does with his Insidious and Conjuring movies, where we getting just straight terror and horror and not so much gore, whatnot? Or are we going to do some straight up crazy body type stuff? You know how they did with these last couple Exorcist movies, like the Last Exorcism or whatnot. I'm just excited to see what they're going to try to do with this. But y'all let me know in the comment section. How are y'all feeling about David Gordon Green coming in and Danny McBride coming in making a new trilogy with The Exorcist? Let me know in the comment section. So let's go to our next topic, man. What we got going on? I think this is pertaining to Fear Street. Yeah, I was talking about this. I had been wondering, were they going to do some more things with Fear Street, being that the first 3 films I think were pretty successful. I don't see a whole cloud of people talking about it, but I mean, I see people like saying they were pretty good. I think they got a good Rotten Tomatoes rating. And anyway, I enjoyed them, honestly. I enjoyed the story and I enjoyed the twist. So like I've said, my opinion, I wish they would actually do the Goosebumps stories and come in and reboot them and make them R-rated like they did with this and do some of them. But like other people have said, it's a lot of Fear Street books, so they can go and do a couple of different things. And not only that, at the end of this, then somebody take the book or whatnot, as far as in the end of Fear Street 1666 / Fear Street 1994 Part 2. But anyway, we have a story right here. Speaking of what I was talking about, was they going to continue the story or whatnot? Usually film franchises take a few years to build. See the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe and all of Fast and Furious films. But Netflix introduced and expanded upon the world of Fear Street and Shadyside in a trio of movies that were released over the course of 3 successful weeks, spanning 3 different years, 1994, 1978, 1666. The trilogy doesn't just set up the present day in the 90s, but also travels back in the events of the past, infusing this world with real sense of history that makes it feel very lived in. But just because this current chapter of Shadyside has been closed and Netflix hasn't officially confirmed any sequels, doesn't mean the story of Fear Street can't continue onward. For one, the movies themselves are based on best-selling book series of R.L. Stine. And while they aren't straightforward adaptations of any of the books, the world that inspired them has been full of murder and mayhem, all perfectly supported by the canon of the films, which sees Shadyside cast as a murder capital of sorts. Having seen various murders emerge over the years, each with a looking backstory that equals parts intriguing and terrifying. Okay, let's see. And while the films has touched 1 or 2 of the killers in question, there's plenty of room to expand on the rest. And director Lynn Jenick, who was a big fan of the books while growing up, is more than game for it. The idea, I'm guessing the director of the film's talking, the idea of creating a bigger Fear Street universe is one of the first things that I talked about with the producers. I feel like Fear Street has the possibility to be a horror marvel where we have standalone films and additional trilogies and everything. I know everyone is excited about the movies and the possibilities of the universe. Yes, I am. Even actor The Flash, who plays the lead character of Dina in all 3 films, would like to see more movies set in the world. She knows exactly which backstory she'd like to see unpacked next, especially now that the audience knows exactly why the curse on the town came about. I ain't gonna go too much more into it, but basically, they wouldn't mind doing a universe on this, and I'm pretty sure Netflix is game for it, being that these were successful, and I'm pretty sure Netflix already like, come on, I'm ready, what y'all trying to do? Because if you do not know, which I'm pretty sure some people do know, the wife, the person who did this is the wife of the people who do Stranger Things. And watching this, come on, we get all kind of Stranger Things in here. Come on, I'm pretty sure she got all type of ideas. Excuse me, I got a little congestion right here. But her ideas and even some of the scenes in here straight up was like Stranger Things. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if we got a universe based on this, and even certain, like she said, standalone films that build upon certain things. That's like we did with these. Like I said, I love what they did with this, having 3 films, and like we don't even get movies that's years build upon sequels that as good as these 3 movies were made, and they was made pretty quick, as you could tell. And the fact that they was back to back to back for 3 weeks and they were actually decent. They weren't perfect, but they was decent, and they led to an ultimate story that had a decent twist. I'm all for it. So I wouldn't mind seeing this at all, and I hope they actually do something with this and make this an actual universe, because what she did with this, I'm pretty sure she already has ideas and good ideas that they can do with this. So I'm all here for it. Y'all let me know in the comment section, how would y'all feel about a Fear Street universe? Like I said, I really hope they do some Goosebumps stories, make them R-rated. Could you imagine the Haunted Mask R-rated, or what's the puppet one R-rated? Think about all those Goosebumps stories that's R-rated. The camp where they had the werewolf. Come on, man. Come on. Like, I'm trying to get that. But y'all let me know in the comment section how y'all feel about possible Fear Street cinematic universe. Next, I heard this story today, like, that I'm excited about. Like I said, man, I ain't no like huge Pokemon fan. I ain't watched Pokemon in years, bro. But we are getting some information that Pokemon is getting a live action TV show, Netflix. Speaking of just coming from Netflix, let's jump into this. Netflix is currently working on a live action television show set in the world of Pokemon. According to the article by Variety, Joe Henderson will write and executive produce the show. Joe Henderson is the current showrunner for the show Lucifer. Oh, wow. Which is based on DC characters of the same name. The Verity report states that the show will try to capture the same feel and look as the 2019 Pokemon movie. Oh, okay. Detective Pikachu. However, the show will not be set in the same narrative world as the movie. The show will be its own standalone series. I never watched that, so I don't know. The announcement of the new live-action Pokemon show comes at a time when Netflix is going all in on video game adaptations. Okay, I mean, like I said, I don't know nothing about. I don't need the movie. Might actually be something like the show, because if they was gonna do this, I would think, like, come on, what y'all gonna do? Bring Ash Ketchum in, man. Let's do a live action Ash trying to go to the gyms and win Pokemon and whatnot. Why not go back and do it like that? I feel like a lot of people would love to see something like that. That nostalgia and whatnot. I mean, think about how far that is. I remember I was in, was I in middle school? I was young, man. Like, this is going way back. So I feel like I thought they was gonna do something like that. Like I said, I don't know. The movie might be like that. I ain't never watched the movie. Like I said, I ain't no Pokemon fan. I ain't watched Pokemon in years, man. I'm ready. Y'all talking like Netflix. Can we get DBZ? If Disney ain't gonna do it, can Netflix? Y'all jump on some DBZ. Let's get a live action DBZ series, but do it right. But anyway, like I said, man, I ain't too much of a fan of Pokemon. I ain't watched Pokemon in years, so I don't know how much to even feel about this. Like I said, if they was going back and trying to do it like that Ash, having him going to the gyms or whatnot, maybe I would try to be like, okay, let me check that out. But as far as what they doing with this, I mean, it ain't something that I'm looking forward to. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. I know Pokemon is still a pretty popular thing that's out there. I don't know about the TV shows or whatnot or whatsoever. I know Netflix has been throwing out a couple Pokemon movies, so this don't surprise me at all. But y'all let me know how y'all feeling about Netflix doing a live action Pokemon series. Would y'all like it to go back and do like what they did with the cartoon early on in the early days, where Ash was going to the gyms trying to beat people, and the gym masters catch Pokemons or whatnot, or win Pokemon? Y'all let me know in the comment section, man. Let's go to our next thing we got on here, and that's Sci-Fi bringing us Dawn of the Dead TV series. I was really hoping that if we do get some type of zombie TV series, we're gonna get something like a Walking Dead or a Black Summer. I don't want the silly shit. To me, it just does not work with. To me, we had those movies for that. Like, those early George A. Romero movies are like silliness like that, ain't they? I mean, I ain't watched too many of them. The only one I watched from George A. Romero was I ain't gonna say it's even recent. Like Land of the Dead. They had like John Leguizamo in it. I hope I said his name wrong. Let's get into this though, man. Somehow I missed the news last February that Sci-Fi had greenlit a TV reboot of George A. Romero's classic 1985 zombie horror film Day of the Dead, just before the widespread onset of a deadly global pandemic, no less, C-19. And somehow the series managed to get into production despite all the shutdowns. Sci-Fi dropped the official trailer for the 10-episode series during a panel at Comic-Con at home, which I'm telling you, I didn't even know Comic-Con was coming on, because DC and Marvel wouldn't be there. So, man, I was like, with a planned premiere date this October, just in time for Halloween. You can watch the full 45-minute panel here. The original Day of the Dead was the third in a trilogy of films that launched a franchise preceded by Night of the Living Dead, 1968. Good God Almighty. And its sequel, Dawn of the Dead. I'm a huge fan of Zack Snyder's remake of Dawn of the Dead. That's one of my favorite movies. I love that movie. I love the characters. I love the action in it. Was that no? If I'm not mistaken, that wasn't the first running zombies. Wasn't it 28 days later? I'm not even sure they were zombies though. Wasn't they having a rage disease? Anyway, Romero originally envisioned Day of the Dead as the Gone with the Wind of zombie movies, but disagreements with the studio over a possessed R rating. Romero wanted the film to be unrated. Meant that the director ended up with half his original budget, about $4 million. Okay, we know. Okay. I'm talking. What's up with the TV show? Back when Sci-Fi Project was announced, the original logline for the Day of the Dead TV series described it as the intense story of 6 strangers trying to survive the first 24 hours of the undead invasion. It was as always intended as an ode to Romero, basically a nod to Romero, who pretty much pioneered the entire genre. Night of the Living Dead was in 1968 and was still, every time zombies come up, we talk about Romero. Co-showrunner George Elinoff, Scott Thomas, said during the panel, he established what we known as the modern zombie, and he did it in a way that also added social commentary. Every single zombie movie or TV show or graphic novel owes Romero for his legacy. That's cool or whatnot, but man, I ain't gonna tell you no story. I watched this trailer for this, man. Hell no. I ain't trying to watch it, man. And like I said, I ain't like this big old zombie philanthropist. I ain't gonna even say it like that. I probably didn't say that right, but this big ass zombie fan or whatnot, I enjoy zombie movies, and probably my only favorite zombie movie, like I said, is Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead. That was one of my favorite ones. That's the one I probably like, only movie that I technically watched that I enjoyed. Series wise, Walking Dead. Like I said, I like more serious zombie movies. I need the serious tone. I don't like the silliness. I don't like it. It just don't work with me. I like more serious tone, and that's why I'm a fan of Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead remake and Walking Dead, and that's why I'm a fan of Black Summer. That's why I don't like Z Nation. I never got into Z Nation or watched Z Nation. I think I watched one episode of that and it was silly. I said, nah, I'm good on this. So when I watched the trailer for this, I ain't even do a reaction for this. When I watched the trailer for this, I was like, this is gonna be silly. The zombies don't even look good. Like we are going on the 11th season of The Walking Dead. So I'm like, what can we really do with this? Who back there? Man, y'all my chaps. Anyway, let me finish this. My bad, y'all. My chaps back there coming in the door. They wouldn't even hear me. I'm sitting here live like, who back there? I just heard the noise, man. I ain't crazy. My bad, y'all, man. That's my kids, man. But anyway, as far as this genre, and as far as like we got man, I forgot about we got spin-offs of The Walking Dead. We got Fear the Walking Dead. We got The Walking Dead Beyond. We got a Rick movie that's about to come out with which was our main character from The Walking Dead. Like, come on. And like I said, we got 2 seasons of Black Summer. I don't know how many seasons of Z Nation out there. We got 28 days later, 28 weeks later. I just feel like it's like I love what Black Summer is doing. I'm gonna keep on and preaching about it. You better get on Black Summer on Netflix. I love what Black Summer is doing. I'm a huge fan of Black Summer, and that's what I enjoy as far as what they doing, as far as trying to do something different away from Walking Dead. And like I said, Black Summer is doing like 28 days later pretty much gave you Running Zombies. Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead gave you Running Zombies, but what Black Summer does is give you situations where you're not sure who's gonna make it or not. And we always get these shows or movies where we know, all right, this person's gonna make it, this person's gonna make it, they good. Shout out to Zack Snyder and what he did with remakers Dawn of the Dead. It was a bunch of main characters that got knocked off, and you was like, hold on, look at that ending. But anyway, I'm not a fan of what this is going to be or what it looks like. So, but like I said, this might be George A. Romero's style, and people I know are got to be fans of George A. Romero. I mean, he got all these zombie movies. So, y'all let me know in the comment section how y'all feeling about this TV series that's going to be coming on Sci-Fi. As far as being fans of George A. Romero, are y'all looking forward to this? Y'all let me know in the comment section, man. Let's go to our next thing. What we got going on? Oh, hold on, man. I'm tripping. Yeah, my bad, y'all. We'll get to that in a minute. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's get into our next thing, man, because I had no idea about this. Well, I heard something about it early on, but this is real, right? I'm about to say I ain't tripping. I'm about to say, like, damn, I know I wasn't tripping. My bad, y'all. We're about to get into this next thing as far as Amazon series. I Know What You Did Last Summer, which I did not even, I forgot about. I did hear something about it, and if I'm not mistaken, it's supposed to be produced by James Wan. I would. Are they filming this yet? I was thinking like, we ain't get no trailer, nothing. But Amazon's Comic-Con slide on Friday provided updates on a number of upcoming projects, including its I Know What You Did Last Summer series. The streamer revealed that the YNA series, which is in a modern take on the 1997 slasher, is set to debut in October. We getting all type of shows in October. Chucky, set in the scene for Halloween this year. The project is from Sony Pictures Television studio-based original film. Written by Sarah Goodman, based on a 1973 novel by Lucas Derrington, I Know What You Did Last Summer series has the same premise as the movie adaptation. In a town full of secrets, a group of teenagers are stalked by a mysterious killer a year after a fatal accident on the graduation night. So we going to the same story. That's cool. That's cool. Cast members are Madison. I don't look like I know none of these names. But anyway, I Know What You Did Last Summer is produced by Amazon Studios and Sony Pictures. Goodman is set to introduce alongside Shay Hatton, who has previously attached as a writer, original films, Neil H. Mortaz. I think he did them before. Okay, yep. So here we go. That's who I was looking for. I don't care about none of these other names. I want to see James Wan. Atomic Monsters, James Wan. Robert had, all these people with Atomic Monster, that's cool with me, who produced the 1977 feature with Mortaz as an executive producer. That's who I was looking for, James Wan. Anyway, I did not know about this. I'm looking forward to this. Like I said, this sounds way better than what they did with that Scream series that was on MTV. And man, that Scream, the shit they tried to do with VH1, man, this sounds way better. James Wan, he don't sound like he too involved, but just his name in there, it sounds like he has him and some of his team behind him. Hey, I'm with it. This sounds interesting. I didn't know they were going to do the same premise, but I don't know if anybody, did y'all see a movie that came out? It was called I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer, and they had that shit where it was like a zombies type, like it was a, man, that was horrible. Please don't do that with this. Do not do that with this. But anyway, being that this is going to be coming on Amazon, I'm pretty sure they're going to go the same route that they do with The Boys. And what's the other one they got? They got a couple. Amazon got a couple. Man. Speaking of Amazon, we gotta talk about that. They doing the thing, bro. They coming out with some really, really decent material and content. So they getting up there with the likes of, like I said, Disney and Netflix. But anyway, with this, I'm very excited for this. I was always a fan of Know What You Did Last Summer. I don't care what nobody say. I'm a fan of I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Shout out Brandy and Makai Pfeiffer. Shout out Jack Black, the Jamaican nigga with the dreads. But anyway, I'm excited to see what they're doing with this. I don't know them cast member names, but it don't matter. Like I said, this is more about the story for me. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with just it, all in general with I Know What You Did Last Summer. So y'all let me know, how are y'all feeling about a whole full out series with I Know What You Did Last Summer? I mean, look at this. We are getting all type of series based on some of our favorite horror movies from back in the day. So y'all let me know how y'all feeling about a full-on series based on I Know What You Did Last Summer. Not based on, but pretty much the straight out New Days 2021 I Know What You Did Last Summer. Alright, let's go to our next thing we got. Last but not least, we're going to be jumping into this Chucky. I was really interested to see what they were going to try to do with this, man. In the new Chucky television series, an idyllic American town is thrown into chaos after a vintage good guy. Okay, so they're going to have something, they're going to know, okay, this sounds like this is an old Chucky doll that's pretty much, they got history behind it, the old history behind it as far as Andy and whatnot. So, okay. It's thrown into chaos after a vintage good guy doll turns up at a suburban yard sale. Yeah, basically being at a yard sale. You know, he sold a bunch of old shit at a yard sale. Soon, everyone must grapple with a series of horrifying murders that begin to expose the town's deep hypocrisies and hidden secrets. Okay. Meanwhile, friends and foes from Chucky's past creep back into this world and threaten to expose the truth behind his mysterious origins as a seemingly ordinary child who somehow became this mysterious monster. Chucky is produced by UCP, I'm guessing Universal, blah blah blah, and executive produced by creator Don Mancini. I thought so. I thought he was going to, the dude who did the original Chucky is going to be doing this. Okay, so from the looks of it, this is the regular Chucky. This Charles Lee Ray. So we getting a vintage good guy doll, and we're going to be getting characters. I'm thinking Andy, which he's been in like the newer movies where they've been doing like, I forgot the name of the movies, but it's been a couple newer Chucky movies like Coda Chucky and stuff. And Jennifer Tilly's character, who's in Bride of Chucky, I'm pretty sure she's gonna be back. The other ones, I think it was a girl that was in a wheelchair in one of the movies or whatnot. I didn't really pay too much to them, pay too much mind to those movies. But having some of those original characters from like Andy and Jennifer Tilly's character, that's pretty straight, man. But I did a reaction to the trailer, and like I said, it's got some of that original, silliness, but some of that same tactics that Child's Play 2 and 3 had. To me, Child's Play 1 was more horror oriented, and Child's Play 2 and 3 got a little bit of silliness to it, more so Child's Play 3. Child's Play 2 tried to rehash a lot of what Child's Play 1 did, but it didn't do it or execute it as good as Child's Play 1. But what they doing with this series is, to me, they taking the gloves off, they just letting Chucky go do what you do. And I'm cool with that, because to me it's giving me that nostalgia feeling of what we got with them first Child's Play movies. But I have no problem with this, and like I said, them making it a series, hey, let's go get it. I was hearing things about them doing, like, are they going to be doing, like, I was hearing like they were supposed to be doing a full-on new movie, too. But they might be doing a sequel to the recent Child's Play movie that came out, which ain't got nothing to do with Charles Lee Ray. That's just a whole different movie, rebooting itself. So I am kind of curious of what they're going to be doing with that, as far as they're going to be doing any more movies, or are we sticking to a series. But y'all let me know in the comment section, how are y'all feeling about them doing a full-out Chucky series? Pretty much, that's all I got for y'all today as far as my episode of I Ain't Seen This, episode 2. Y'all let me know how y'all feeling about the stories I went over, Black Superman, the Exorcist new trilogy, Fear Street being a universe and Netflix, the Pokemon live action series, Sci-Fi doing Dawn of the Dead series, we got a Chucky series, we got a I Know What You Did Last Summer series. We got a lot of this episode was more TV than movies, and y'all let me know how y'all feeling about everything I got on, man. Like I said, I'm going to be doing this every Monday at 7 o'clock. Anybody's more than welcome to join me. This is what I'm doing with movies and TV as far as I Ain't Seen Ish. And as far as Fridays, Uncut Ish Talk is going to be me in movies, life situations. Like I said, we're going to stick on mental health stuff, finances, how to do better with finances. Like I said, just all type of topics. Like I said, that's the laid back time. It's when you had a long work weekend, you trying to chill or whatnot, roll up, bring you a little drink or whatnot. That's for Fridays on Uncut Ish Talk. But like I said, every Monday, 7 o'clock, come check me out. I Ain't Seen This, we right here. And every Friday, Uncut Ish Talk. I don't be by myself on Uncut Ish Talk. I'm more than likely going to have somebody with me. Shout out to my boy Clyde, and shout out to my boy Matt. I'm supposed to have somebody else that's supposed to be joining me on there this Friday. Hopefully they go through and we going to have a real good episode. This might be 4 of us on there. But anyway, y'all, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It's the road to 300 subs. Shout out to anybody that came through and checked me out tonight on a new episode of I Ain't Seen This. I'm about to chill. I got to work in the morning. I'm about to get me something to eat. Shout out to everybody that did check me out, though, man. Like I said, I'm trying to build something, man. I ain't perfect, man. I'm going to get better cameras, a better mic. Like I said, shout out to everybody, like I said, with their honest opinions and honest comments. I'm all here for it. We out.